Hello and welcome. It is time once again to try to fix something, and today on the workbench we're going to be working on something a little bit different for me here lately. Anyway, it's a PS4, and it is a special edition Days of Play. Beautiful blue version of the PS4, and this one is steel, factory sealed, so very, very nice. But it has no power, doesn't do anything. So that's where we're starting from, and I'm hoping I can be able to restore this beautiful PS4 back to working condition. Maybe it's a dead power supply, maybe we have other problems on the motherboard. Let's get a little further into it and we'll find out. Alright, well, I have removed the suspect power supply, which is a 160ER. This is a 160FR. It has the same round pins on the 4-pin connector, so it'll work, but it doesn't have the little cutout for the antenna here though. But it will work for testing purposes. Let's see what we have now. Nothing. We've got a mainboard problem. I wonder if this is a 42GG South Bridge. Nothing on the eject as well. Okay, this one could get interesting. Let me get it on apart. It's pretty dusty, as you can see. Let me get it on apart and inside of the workbench. See if we can figure out what's going on with this PS4 Slim. Alright, we have finally made it inside to the workbench. And I have looked, and yes, it is a 42GG. I'm not sure how well that shows up. But that, of course, is just automatically suspect because they died like crazy. So let me just check that right away. I'm going to check that by looking around the back behind the South Bridge. I'm going to look for shorts on some of these capacitors. Continuity mode. Let's just pick some here. That's ground, I think. No, that's not ground, is it? Yeah, that was ground. I think that's an inductor. Well, I'm not sure. That could be it right there. Look, let me zero this out. That short I'm seeing, yeah. Nope, I don't see it there. I do see it there. Of course, it's not a dead short, it's 1.5 ohms. Let me get the microscope cranked up, because it's been a while since I've looked at one of these things, and I may not be remembering exactly where capacitors are and inductors are. Let's see. Nope, that's kind of what I thought. Make sure all that's in the shot there. Let's see. Is this ground? So I don't have a short here. I was measuring one here though. Like all this should be ground right here. But that's measuring 1.5 ohms right there. This is directly behind the 42GG South Bridge, so I'm pretty sure we're going to need a South Bridge. And I'm not sure that I have one. But I think I need one. Alright, let me see if I have one of those available. I'll give you a close-up shot of it. Right there. Our old friend, the 42GG. Let me see if I have one. And they're not cheap if I don't. They're like, I think they're close to $40, 40 US dollars right now. Alright, well, looking through my parts, I did find two 42GGs. They are not, you know, new. Looks like I have pulled them off a board. So they're not 100% guaranteed to work, but I'm gonna have to give one of these a try. I have to do a reball on it, and I do not have a template, a stencil for this, I should say. So it's probably gonna be a manual reball, but I'll get one of these reballed, and we'll have something to work with then. All right, so we have changed out our 42GG with what we hope is a good one. And I am connected, ready to supply 4.8 volts into this board and see what the current draw is on it. Let's see. 20 milliamps, and we did not climb up. I don't think this is working. Okay, what's up with that? All right, I've done some looking around the board, just trying to confirm that, you know, I did get the flux out from under this chip. If I can get it to focus. The 32 kilohertz oscillator is running. The 25 megahertz oscillator is running. The voltages that should be there are there. It's just not working. And I also checked. I think I've got the power off of it now. Yeah. You know, where we originally had a short back over here. If I can get this to focus. Right in here. It's not shorted now, but it's measuring about 150 ohms. And I wasn't sure if that was correct or not, so I had to go back and look at one of my previous videos, because I thought that I had stated in the video that what the good resistance was, and had to go back to video number 9. And in that video, I replaced a shorted south bridge. It ended up with 500 ohms at that location. So I'm measuring 150 right at that location, at the juncture right in here. I'm measuring 150 ohms. So this south bridge is not shorted, but I don't think it's any good. So yeah, I did all that for nothing. I have one more south bridge that I do not know if it's good or not. So I am contemplating ordering a very expensive south bridge. Those things are $42. $42 for that thing. And it's just not worth it, although I will probably do it anyway, because I don't, you know, I like to repair these things. But I mean, there's no money to be made here if I buy one of these chips. Just none. So it's either reball my other suspect one or just order another one and go with that. Decisions. All right, where are we on this PS4 Slim? It's been about 8 days since I've looked at this thing, but I did go ahead and order another 42GG south bridge. So yeah, it's not worth it, but you know, this is a hobby and not a business to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So I did get another south bridge. We're gonna change this one out and see if that improves things. I really think it will. All right, well, let me get you caught up on where we are on this PS4 Slim motherboard. Remember, I ended up buying some replacement 42GGs. Actually, I bought two of them. And I installed one of them and immediately had a 7 ohm short to ground at this, supply input right over here. 7 ohms to ground. So, I'm thinking maybe I just got a bad one. I tried the other one. Again, got a 7 ohm short to ground. So I'm not sure if those were authentic chips or not. I ended up returning them. I bought them from Injured Gadgets. I returned them. And I did get a refund. So now I'm at the point of, what do I do to order one from China? What do? I did have one other chip that it was a pull. I don't know if it's good or not. But I did go ahead and you can see I've removed the IC there. And I have reballed this one yesterday in anticipation of doing this. So we are going to try yet another 42GG to see if that will get us back working or not. So yeah, I've changed this out like 4 times, 5 times. I've lost count. So that's what we're doing. I'll let you know how it works. All right, well, our south bridge has been changed out again for the, I don't know, I've lost count, 4th or 5th time. I have checked with the meter there, and I do not have a 7 ohm short on that supply line, so that's a plus. But does the board draw the right amount of current? And that's what we need to find out now. So I'm set for 4.8 amps, 4.8 volts. I'm sorry, half an amp of current. Let's see what we do. 22. Back. Oh, that looks good. 107, 108 milliamps. Then come back down. That looks normal. I think we may have a working board now. I think we've got a good 42GG. I think we may have a working board. Excellent. Well, that's a long way to get there. All right, let me get this back in the chassis out there, and let's just see if it is in fact a working board or not. Well, here we are back out in the garage, and I think we are ready to test. I've got this board kind of slipped back in there. Not really secured, just I gotta have the clamp on it, or it'll overheat really quick. Let's just see if she will turn on. Yes. This is kind of exciting. I have not seen this one ever turn on. Ever. It's just been a while. Alright, I see it doing something. Oh, we're rebooting. Fan starting back up. This thing is waking up from a deep coma. Come on. Okay. Yeah. We're rebuilding the storage. All right. I think we're going to work. I think we have a good 42GG in there. Good south bridge. Okay. Let me do a little more cleanup on this one. It's pretty dusty. Hopefully it's just dust and not a lot of other nastiness going on. I think it's just dust. And we'll put this thing back together and see how beautiful it looks when it's all assembled and working. Sound good? Yeah, she's going to work. You know it. Well, here's our PS4 Days of Play edition. Fully reassembled. Looking pretty good. She's got a few scratches on her. But I was happy it does have the hard drive cover. Those are kind of hard to find in blue. But she is looking good and running smooth. So I think she's going to be all right. The 42GG replaced. I think she'll work for another few years maybe. I hope you thought that was somewhat interesting, educational, entertaining, or something. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in the very next repair. So long for now.